Austin Stotts. That one's off the post, got behind Vince, but pings out, comes back to Fennell, and Jameson will set up. Six Nations with fresh 30. Here's Bomberry. Little pick, big pick from Randy Stotts. Nice job, Mitch Ogilvie to fight through it, and Vince is able to reach out and grab that ball, but a little overzealous was Sweeting in the loose ball battle as he rammed Randy Stotts into the boards, and it's a possession on a loose ball foul by Sweeting. Six Nations has it back. Kudos to Matt for being our camera guy, holding pretty steady there on the webcam. Very sorry about the issues. We're gonna obviously try and get everything sorted out and ready to roll. We thought things were set for tonight, but the tech requirements were a little different than I guess we expected. So we will get things worked out hopefully in Game 4 when we're back here at the Memorial Centre. Should be getting the camera feed from our friends at YourTV. Little swashbuckling over by the Peterborough bench between Liam Leclerc and one of the Lakers forwards. Here's Austin Stotts. Robert Hope on him. The pick, nice job fighting through. Tutton gets out on him, but some open space for Sam Leclerc. That's blocked out front. Peterborough comes away with it. Outlet pass to Matthews, first man off the bench, but Six Nations, good job getting their defenders out. Shane Simpson picks up Matthews. There's Ty Logan. Jumped on Matthews after the switch. Rezaterets hands it off to Matisse. Big swat from Bell. Now Bell trying to cover Matisse. He gets to the net, goes sprawling after the shot, which went wide. Six Nations has it. Running forward is Dalton Sulver. Sulver stepped up and played some offense and actually, I believe, had a hat trick in one of the games in the last series. He is probably the most heralded Texas lacrosse player at this point, or the highest achieving Texas lacrosse player that we've ever seen. Got into a couple of NLL games with the Buffalo Bandits. Now here he is playing with the Six Nations Chiefs, looking to get to a Mann Cup. The winner of this series will be the host for the series that will go September 9th. There's a save by Hill on the outside shot by Katoni. Couldn't get it by this time, but it'll be the 9th and 10th, the Friday, Saturday, and then 12th, 13th, 14th, and 16th, 17th. So it goes Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday again. Sam Leclerc thinking about the shot, goes to Jameson instead. Austin Stotts. Charlie Scanlon trying to open some space. Now they isolate. Lakers come with the double team. Big pick by Scanlon, gets away with it. Nice job by Hope, reaching out with one hand to grab that loose ball. Starts from behind the net, but changes course and quickly moves it up. Look to Matthews, now throws it ahead to Matthews. And Turner Evans takes it, coming off the bench right back to Matthews. The cutter. Matthews ducks underneath, shoots, scores. No, it's off the post. There's another shot by Hogarth. That's off Hill. Ty Logan breaks out with it. Evans tried to slow him down. May have got away with a little tug there. And it won't matter as Jameson will score yet again. Cody Jameson on fire. The MVP having a tremendous game here. His third goal of the night puts Six Nations back on top. He just fights through the check, and a little too much space for him on the run. Von Harris taking face-offs tonight. I believe Tyson Bomberry was largely taking them for Six Nations. He is scratched tonight. Six Nations comes away with it. Mason Kaminga. Double team takes a bit of a pop in the back, and the pass goes awry. Can't connect with Capito, so it goes picked up by Alex Pace. Corey Vitarelli has that one, takes a bump as he hands it off to Kyle Matisse. Sorry, Joe Rezaterets. Can't get that one connected to Vitarelli, and Kaminga now is all over him. Kaminga also in the draft this year, although he was drafted last year by Saskatchewan Rush, and for some reason it was voided. He actually should have been eligible based on my understanding of the regulations, but That pick was voided, so he is back in. May just go higher this year. Peterborough watching Jamieson closely now. There's Randy Stotts from the outside. Foot save Vince. That's up and out of play. High into the mesh. Stotts to Fennell. Back. As play is blown in. They were playing catch before the play even started. Randy Stotts. Pick from Bomberry. They try for the roll, but it's not there. Schul chasing way out high, but gets back to the house. Jamieson surveys and goes to Bomberry. Penalty coming. Chad Tutton and Randy Stotts tied up. 6 on the shot clock. Reverse whip there. A little shovel drop by Fennell. That's wide. They've got 2 to get a shot on. Bomberry rips one wide. And play will be called down as the 30 expires. Chad Tutton feels that Stotts may have embellished that play. Either way, it will be 4-3 Six Nations, and they will go to the power play with 5:47 to go here in the first period. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is MSL Finals action from the Peterborough Memorial Centre. Lakers lead the series 1-0 after their big win the other night.
This Laker penalty kill
really didn't look promising as they went down 3-0 through the first period. Could not beat Doug Jamieson, but then 5 goals apiece in each of the next 2 periods. A shot from the outside, stopped. Hope is knocked back in by Austin Stotts. He'll just drop the ball there for Von Harris as Six Nations sets up again. Ogilvie and Gilray, the penalty killers, up high. Hope and Ian Lord down low. Austin Stotts rips one. Six Nations strong right with Von Harris, Randy Stotts, and Bomberry. And that's a lead pass for Matthews. It was thrown before a player got off the bench, so he had to wait, but he was able to get there. But then it is scooped up by Solver. He's going to run it over center. And he's going to keep going. He's got a lane, passes it, but it's behind Von Harris. Bounces straight out to Gilray. He will trot up over center. And the Lakers will get the penalty killers out with 58 seconds left now in the penalty. It's 4-3 Six Nations. 4:40 to go in the period. No pressure on Catoni, so he's just taking his time now. There is a bit of a check. They try to get it through late in the third. Joey Capito looked like he was going to play that with his hand. He puts it back on the stick and passes it ahead to Austin Stotts coming off the bench. Full 30 left for Six Nations. Plenty of time on the penalty to run their full offense. Strong right again with Bomberry up top. Austin Stotts, it's a pick for a jammer. Jamieson over to Stotts. Bouncer into Vince's jersey. He just tries to settle himself, and Sweeting will run it ahead. Matthews off the bench already. Resetarich forwards it to him. There's 12 left on the penalty, 10 now, and 18. So there's about 8 seconds difference between shot clock and the penalty. So the Lakers will kill it off and then have a bit of a chance. Resetarich trying to cut back door. They go to Hogarth. He shoots. Hill made the stop. It's grabbed there by Liam Leclerc. Makes a nice outlet pass to his brother Kellen. And it's up to Cody Jamieson. Penalty is over. Shots on goal, 15 apiece here. It's a pretty evenly played period. Austin Stotts met by Schul. Just grabbing it, using his right arm to just shove the defender out of the way. But Schul fights through that. Gets up on Eric Fennell, and there's the outlet pass. This time it's Catoni, the first one off the bench. Hazen hits Vitarelli. Turner Evans up to Catoni. Here's Hazen. Rips one, stop. Batiste tries to shovel it back in, stepped on the crease. Tricky plays. You got to pick that ball up and possess it. Try and get the shot off and get it in before you step into the crease. Von Harris gets some space and scores, just rips one far side. A little pick from Bomberry. Just a dead overhand from Von Harris. Making it 5-3 Chiefs. Very different first period than we saw the other night. Again, it was 3-0 in that one for the Chiefs. We already got 8 goals in this period. That's just Harris running to a spot and let it rip before anybody can get out and check him. Kuminga heads out for the draw against Jay Thornburg. who was brought in to be a draw specialist for the Lakers. He's the all-time leader in face-off wins in the National Lacrosse League, and he's got another one in MSL right there. He used to play for KW back in the day, in the old Kodiak's days. There's Holden Katoni. Matthews into Hogarth, scores right on top of the crease. Great pass from Matthews, and Hogarth with the tremendous footwork and outstanding hands. A couple of fakes and tucks it past Warren Hill. It's a 5-4 game with 2:20 to go here in the first. It's Hogarth just tiptoeing that line. For a guy who played mostly defense through junior in his early MSL and NLL days, then had an absolute breakout season with the with the Buffalo Bandits. Now with the Rochester Nighthawks, I believe just re-signed fairly recently. Sam LeClaire will start with it, hands it off short to Austin Stotts. He will wait for the full offense to get him.
Assist number 88, Cody Jamieson, and number 21.
Austin Stotts with Paul Dawson on him. Dawson knocks the ball loose, but bounces straight to Stotts. Double team comes, and Ogilvy's on him. Behind the back, off the crossbar. Straight out to Jamieson, who hustles to grab that ball. Gets it to Randy Stotts. Solver off to LeClaire. Big pick from Stotts. They kind of let Jamieson go and make sure they've got the passing lane to Stotts taken away. Jamieson missed, so it is back to Peterborough. Dawson running up over center.
Scored by number 19, Thomas Hogarth.
Here's Hazen.
Assist number 42, Mark
Down
Matthews.
to Resetarits. He's going to let one rip far side, stopped by the body, between the body and arm of Warren Hill. He's looking up the floor. He's got Fennell coming off the bench. Has to take it on the second hop. Lakers have their D out. Gilray and Schul on that side picking up Fennell and Scanlon. It's over on the far side now with Bomber. This is how he scored the first goal, running across the top, but they're out on him this time. Fed through. And Peterborough heading the other way as we enter the final minute of the first. Lord shovels it up to Gilray. He's met by LeClaire, but fights through the check. Great job to possess that one. Hands it to Turner Evans, who immediately gives it to Matthews. Rips it off of Warren Hill, up out of play. 45 seconds to go. It's 5-4. Six Nations, Peterborough with possession. Will they try one? They will right away. And they score. Mainly going for the 2-for-1. Instead, they get one goal that will tie things up at 5-5 with 42 seconds to play. And Matthews just missed on the previous shot. Didn't miss at all on this one. He just rams this home from the low shooter spot. Hill got some of it. It hit his shoulder. It's kind of reel it up and over and then drop down inside the goal line to tie things up 5-5. We've got 40 seconds to play here. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Championship Series Action Game 2 from the Peterborough Memorial Centre. 30 seconds to go in the first right now. 20 on the shot clock, so a bit of a differential. They're not pulling the goalie.
Assistant number 44, Chad Tutton. That's
Kudos to Matt, our webcam holder. Shot from Resetarits. Outlet pass to Tyson Bell. Here comes Jamieson looking for more. Had Vince going the other way, pulled near corner, near side, but missed. Hill had gone to the bench. He'll go back out now. But it will not matter as we come to the end of the first period. It is Peterborough 5, Six Nations 5 through 20 minutes of play. And again, if you just joined us or joined us after we started up, we had some trouble with the feed we were supposed to be getting. So we do have a webcam that we're using. And is our sound okay, Matt? Okay, because I just saw a tweet that asked about sound, but my understanding is we have sound, all is well. So we will take a break, and we'll be back for the second period after this in about 11 minutes.
showroom, Peterborough Appliances, where you'll find lots of great brand names like Maytag, Jenner, and more. Come and bring your questions. Come in and explore. Find the best in a huge selection at Peterborough Appliances. My advice is the lowest prices. Peterborough Appliances. Yeah.
All our windows are ENERGY STAR rated and built to be reliable and durable. There's 8 different colors and many styles to choose from.
We got top-notch installers with years of experience. Not only are North Star windows and doors energy efficient, but they also add great value to the house. North Star windows and doors are available at Alf Curtis Home Improvements.
Hi Lakers fans, Jamie Batley from the Peterborough.
your home with North Star Windows.
Through Alf Curtis Home Improvements.
North Star Windows come with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty.
All our windows are Energy Star rated and built to be reliable and durable. There's 8 different colors and many styles to choose from.
We got top-notch installers with years of experience. Not only are North Star windows and doors energy efficient, but they also add great value to the house. North Star windows and doors are available at Alf Curtis Home Improvements.
Welcome back to Lacrosse Friends 2, Major Series Lacrosse Championship Series action, live from the Peterborough Memorial Centre. It is 5-5 between the Six Nations Chiefs and Peterborough Lakers, who lead 1-0. Peterborough scored 5 goals in 3 straight periods now, as they were shut out in the first period of Game 1 and then went back-to-back 5-goal periods to take a 10-6 win. Here's a chance for a goal to start it, and they get it! Katoni and Turner Evans with the 2-man game inside. And Katoni finishes off right on top of the crease, sneaks it between Warren Hill and the post. Lakers go up 6-5. Thanks for being with us here for this game, and we do apologize that we're using a webcam. Matt and I were here early. He was working very hard to try and get things sorted out. YourTV did give us a camera feed, but there was just an issue with some technology, things not agreeing with each other, and we have not been able to use that feed. So here's a shot on the run, right off the face-off by Thornburg, stopped by Hill. Thornburg scored a big goal last game. But anyway, so we're using the webcam because we wanted you to be able to see it. So we appreciate everyone who's been patient, and glad you're able to see the game. And for those of you who aren't being patient, I noticed a couple, sorry man, we're giving you free lacrosse. Doing what we can here. Pace forces it up the floor, gets it ahead, gets away from Hazen. It's a race to the ball, and it will be won by the Leclerc brothers. Liam just kind of bumped his man away, and Kellen picked it up, throws it ahead. Chiefs go back to the offense. Stotts to Charlie Scanlon with the outside shot from his offside. Not sure why he was in such a rush to get that one off. Lakers back the other way. Gilray will leave it. Can't quite connect. Peterborough having a bit of trouble with their passing and catching here in the second. Well, they did a nice job of both on that goal by Katoni. That was Turner Evans on the run across the top. Fires it. Hill turns it aside. Out of play off of Hill. So it is Peterborough possession again. Resetarits behind the back. Hogarth just missed. Here on the run, Shane Simpson, one of the fastest players in the cross. He's shooting, can't quite get that one as Vince just got enough to send it aside. Austin Stotts tracks down the rebound. He was chased there by Pace, but was able to get away. This is Sam Leclerc back over to Stotts. Pace is getting ready for him. Big pick by Fennell. Here's a break from Ogilvy. Dawson sprints to the bench so they can get Matisse off and out into the play. Ogilvy goes to that, scores! Mitch Ogilvy had a pair last game. He is becoming a threat. Well, he's always been a threat. What a tremendous play by Ogilvy to race up the side, fight through the traffic, protect the stick and the ball from the checks of the chasing Chiefs, and just tuck that one in as he stays out of the crease. Great play, Mitch Ogilvy, and it's a 7-5 lead for Peterborough. Kaminga jumped, so Peterborough will get possession, and Thornburg just points to someone, and Kyle Matisse will come and take the ball. He'll stay for the offensive shift. Hogarth was doubled over on a check from Liam Leclerc away from the ball. He's back up, gets the ball, shovels it to Catoni, rips one. Looking hat trick, missed, gets it back though. Passes on top. Vitarelli, quick stick, little sidearm swipe shot. That one did go off of Hill. Catoni almost shoved over center. Good effort by Kellen Leclerc, but nice job by Catoni to get it to Vitarelli. This is Resetarits along the boards. They get their 5 forwards out. That pass didn't connect with Hogarth. It's tracked down by Turner Evans. He's pushed down by Capito. No call. And now Capito's going to get a breakaway from it. Saved by Vince. Liam Leclerc grabs that ball, and the Chiefs get the possession back in a fresh 30. Brendan Bomberry coming up. Strong right set for Six Nations. Randy Stotts has it. Goes back to Von Harris. Lord watching him like a hawk. Here's Bomberry. Lord picks him up now. Lord's just taking anyone who's in that spot. Was ready for the shot from Jamieson, who passed it off. Now Bomberry will rip it. That one's wide. Grabbed by Lord. Dawson racing to the bench. Matisse is going to be the first one off, but it's too high for him. And Tyson Bell will get it. It's a fresh 30 for Six Nations. And Peterborough needs to get an offensive set and take a little time, give the D some rest here. Here's Austin Stotts, chased by Gilray. Nice little step back pick from Scanlon. Thornbert gets the ball. He's double teamed immediately. He's got pace there to help, but he can't quite get it ahead. It just drops down. Poked through by Gilray. Nice play, but it's going to be an 8-second count. Peterborough didn't get over at center in time, and Six Nations will take the ball back. We're 4 minutes into the second period. 7-5. Peterborough leads. Oh yeah, we got the score up there, so I don't have to tell you the score, but I will keep letting you know the time. Bomberry runs across, hands it off to Randy Stotts. Vince was all over his post. There was nowhere to get that through. Jamieson on his offside. Had a bit of space that time, but just missed. Austin Stotts is over by the boards. Thornbert watching him as they isolate. Here's Sam Leclerc with the hard shot. Oakley races to the bench. Gilray with the long outlet pass. Hits Matisse, but 3 and then 4 Chiefs already getting out there. Great hustle by the Chiefs O to get off the floor and get the defenders out. Hazen hands it off to Catoni. Matthews hits the cutter, but it pops out of Resetarits' stick. Goes back to him. To Matthews, that is. They're down to 4 on the shot clock. Matthews will just lob it into the corner and get the defenders out for Peterborough. They lead 7-5, 5 minutes into the second period. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is Major Juniors Lacrosse Championship action on the MSL YouTube page. Thanks so much for being with us and for your patience. Tutton with the running hit on Jamieson. The ball gets across though to Von Harris, whose shot was stopped by Vince. Here's Sweeting having an active transition game. Gets ahead to Hogarth. Turner Evans will run through and try and clear things out. Oh, Hogarth took a big chop from Nungo Thompson. It is physical and feisty out there tonight, folks, as a Six Nations Peterborough series tends to be. That shot stopped. Almost picked up by Resetarits on the rebound, but pops away, and Fennell was back for a defensive shift. He tries to hit Capito, but that one's picked off by Gilray. There's Matisse, and the Lakers right back to the offensive set. They feed it through to Hogarth. Scores! Thomas Hogarth on top of the crease. Lovely pass from Joe Resetarits. And Hogarth again with those silky mitts in tight. Just tucks that one home to make it 8-5 for the Lakers. We are 5:59 into the second period. We had 16 goals total in game 1 of this series. We have 13 through 26 minutes of game 2. Gilray comes away with it off the faceoff. Hits Hazen off the bench. Bell immediately out to pick him up. Kyle Matisse and Mark Matthews were having fun. They had a big smile on that fake hidden ball trick attempt. Matthews was getting picked by Nungo Thompson, knocked Thompson down. Matthews wants to call as Thompson repeatedly slashes the hand and arm of Matthews.
Century 21 Laker goal.
Matthews still looking at the officials as he heads to the bench. They're letting him play a physical game here. There's Stotts. Watched by Sweeting, gets over to Austin Stotts. Sidearm rip, Vince stops it. Nice job defensively by Alex Pace to take away the chances. Six Nations had Vince out of position after the save, but weren't able to pick up the rebound. Resitaritz goes to one knee to corral that bouncing ball. He's got Hogarth with him. Kellen Leclerc out on Resitaritz. Here's Vitarelli, watched by Simpson. Simpson D'ing up. Big pick from Matisse, but that pass doesn't connect. And Simpson climbs up on top of Matisse. Referee Josh Schultz just shakes his head and says, nope, nothing to see here. Move along. Randy Stotts. Watched by Tutton, gets it over to the far side. Fennell looked like he might want to let one rip. That bounces away from Stotts. Hope, great positioning, and comes away with the ball. Fighting for that, Lucy. Then gets away from the grab by Stotts. Peterborough's calling for a hold. I don't know that they had enough. Stotts trying to just forecheck. Fennell still racing off. And Capito will be the fifth defender out. Peterborough just getting their forwards out, so the Chiefs are all right. Here's Resitaritz. Watched by Logan, takes a couple chops, and that one's grabbed off the boards by Sulver. He's going to go for a run. Boy, he eats up the ground when he gets going. And he'll shoot, stopped by Vince, and it's going to be scooped up by Sweeting. Hits Hogarth off the bench. Vitarelli taking chops from Nungo Thompson. Quite a battle on top of the crease. You can see Thompson just wailing on Vitarelli, who gets the ball, spins, shoots, just wide. It goes off of Hill. Vitarelli's flattened. And that's going to be a penalty eventually. Oh, they're going to send them both. And Vitarelli says, yeah, okay, sure. So Thompson and Vitarelli, after that extended jousting match on top of the crease. I mean, it was mostly Thompson jousting, to be fair. Vitarelli was just trying to get a pass, and he did. Gets a shot off. But Thompson with the aggressive, solid defense. And then, oh, okay. It was actually... Vitarelli was kind of pitchforked to the ground after the play, after the shot. While the loose ball rolled into the corner. So we'll stay 5-on-5. It's one of the changes to the rules. Adopting a more pro-style rule set. Probably one of the few that are not a big benefit getting the 5-on-5. I say if you get penalties, somebody should be off. You should be short out there. It should be 4-on-4. But we are 5-on-5. Vaughn Harris can't catch it. A nice play by Tutton. And then it's scooped up and Hope. Outlet pass to Matisse. He's got Tutton cutting, shoots, saved by Hill. Fennell's there after playing the transition defense. Heads back up into the offensive zone, and he's going to take a break. Just rolls it there to Sam Leclerc. We've got 11 minutes to go in the second. Still 8-5 Lakers. Stotts sidearm shot. He had a spot, but just missed. That's going to be an over and back. But Thornburner's absolutely racing down to set up possession for the Lakers. We'll leave it. Okay, so Vitarelli got the slash, and Thompson got the unsportsmanlike. A lot of unsportsmanlikes thrown about tonight. Tony fights through the stick check. The one-arm reach from Logan gets a shot off, but Hill had no problem with that. Long outlet pass. They hit Stotts coming off the bench, but Mark Matthews had hustled back. Now he's stuck out there for defense. We'll see if they try to go after him. Yep, Harris will try and set the pick. Matthews just shoves him aside. Matthews doing okay, not leaving any gaping holes. Tried to jump out on the shot from Stotts, and now he's going to go to the bench. And Matisse, once again, will be the first guy off the bench. That's the Lakers. Have their righty bench transition side this period. Actually, so does Six Nations. Because the benches are on opposite sides of the floor, it's actually the same for both teams. Here's Hogarth. Oh, big save by Hill. Goes straight to Matisse behind the net, though, and then fresh 30 as Resitaritz stumbles to the floor. He was being checked by Leclerc, but Didn't really look like that was the key impetus. I think he just caught his foot in the turf. Turner Evans trying to swim. Can't get away from Capito. Makes the pass, but that doesn't get to Hogarth, and Liam Leclerc has it. He's got Shane Simpson running. Tony trying to stay with him. Tony, pretty good job. And that would be a crease violation. And then some grabbing, pushing, and shoving here. Sweeting rips the helmet off. Imagine we're going to have some penalties here. There's Liam Leclerc who was getting tied up with. The Vitarelli and Thompson penalties have expired, so Liam Leclerc heading to the box. He might. Well, I think it might be just Liam Leclerc. We're going to say Sweeting coming. Oh no, there's Sweeting. He's just a little slower getting over to the penalty box. So with 9:18 to go here in the second, Lakers up 8-5. We'll stay 5-on-5 as those are offsetting penalties. Matthews watched by Logan, isolated. Now a pick comes from Vitarelli. Shot just on the inside, hits the post. And Sulver is off to the races, running away. Tutton coming off the bench. Didn't get there in time to stop the shot, but Vince did stop the shot. That's through the crease. Jerry Stotts just hitting everybody that he gets near. Vitarelli gets a big pick from Evans. Nice two-man game. Oh, but around the world shot. Evans didn't look like he was open, but Vitarelli got the pass through. Turner caught it and got the shot off. Stopped by Hill. Here's Evans. Peterborough has a defender out, but they score. They had the defender out at one end, but they still had possession, and the rip at the other end. They extended to 9-5, 4 straight for the Lakers. Exactly how they started the second period of the last game, well, almost. It was actually a 5-1 run. That's just a low, it's just a worm burner. The underhand rip from Hogarth. And I think we may have a change coming as Warren Hill has come to the bench. Yeah, he's taking his gear off, and Doug Jamieson, meanwhile, is putting his on. So he must be down the hall, down the tunnel towards the dressing room. They can't see Dougie Jamieson anywhere. We'll have a bit of a delay, so it's 9-5, 8:29 to go here, and there comes Jamieson through the door, and he will make his way down. Jamieson with 2020 National Lacrosse League goaltender of the year. 2020 didn't happen. Oh my goodness. Yes, 2020, the shortened season. It happened part of it.
Century 21 Laker goal, scored by number 19, Thomas Hogarth. Assist to number 5.
Ball pops free and is picked up by Vaughn Harris. He's calling for somebody. He'll hand it off and go to the bench. Cody Jamieson heads to the far boards. Pass across and a quick shot there by Fennell. Turned aside. Don't think it did get through, but it didn't matter because the Lakers now have it. Gilray with that so easily identifiable long stride. But he covers some turf. Now he'll head to the bench after handing off to Tony. Tony has it back as there are 4 righties out for Peterborough. Very oh no, Vitarelli's there. He's just on the other side. That ball got through. Oh, and there's a penalty coming as Hogarth was flattened. We're going to have a slashing call to Jerry Stotts. I mentioned earlier he's hitting everything in sight or anything he comes near. Same thing last game. He's trying to play a very physical game, and this time it's going to cost him. He goes slightly over the line. So that will present a power play opportunity to the Lakers, who have 4 in a row, lead 9-5. As we have 7:33 to go here in the second period. Strong left for the Lakers. Capito and Bell at the top of the penalty kill for Six Nations. Ty Logan and Kellen LeClaire are down low. Vitarelli through the middle. Back up to Matthews, behind the back to Catoni. Vitarelli has it. Oh, whips it behind the back, over the shoulder. Just missed though. Matthews rips it. That's off of Doug Jamieson, his first save, I think. That's the first shot on him. Catoni picked it up, and Vitarelli is taking a pounding down on the crease, as has happened throughout his career. He is no stranger to that slot area. He's going to stay down there as that ball is passed ahead. Harris has it. Austin Stotts with him. Oh, a nice stop by Vince under the checking from Schul. The shot from Harris did get through. And now Thornbert sprinting up to center. Gets it ahead to Rezateris. Saw some space ahead of him. That closed off as Mungo Thompson got over to the top position on the penalty kill, along with Dalton Silver. That shot from the outside bounces straight back to Rezateris. Fresh 30. It's still LeClaire and Logan down low. Tony skipped to Rezateris. That one bounces out to Hogarth. Now Vitarelli tried the shot. There was really not much there. It goes into the chest pad of Doug Jamieson. Nungo Thompson hands it off to Sam LeClaire. So Sam is not related to the other LeClaires. Kellen and Liam are brothers. Sam also from a terrific lacrosse family. Just not the same LeClaire lacrosse family. Here's Randy Stotts, watched by Lord. And Paul Dawson just waiting to help. They try to go far side, doesn't connect. Tutton picks it up. He's the first guy to get to the bench, and he's got the ball, so he's just going to have to roll it to Rezateris. Peterborough with 7 seconds left on the power play. They're going to let that one tick away. Stotts will come out of the box. He's released and comes straight to the defensive zone. Now he's going to head to the bench, and they're going to send a player up the floor. Actually, they're waiting. Harris was going to come out. Shot by Hogarth, but Peterborough did get a defender or a forward to the bench to get Gilray out, so Harris couldn't come untended. Ogilvy lays a hit on him, and here's Randy Stotts, Six Nations setting up his Fennell. It's the fifth forward. 15 on the shot clock right now. Jamieson catches that pass. It's picked off as he tries to throw it back across. Hope picked it off, and Eric Schul is livid, but he is going to the box after he put Von Harris down on the ground. And then Nungo Thompson cross-checks him on the way to the box. And penalty box, I'm not quite sure how that would not be a penalty for cross-checking somebody dead in the chest while he's just walking to the penalty box. Illegal cross-check to Schul. And Six Nations will have a turn on the power play. Yeah, Schul just got up onto the back of the Six Nations forward, Von Harris. I think he thinks it was an embellishment, but yeah, you know, you get cross-checking up on the high numbers. It's not going in your favor most times. Stotts with a hard rip from the outside, but it goes wide. He gets it back. Tutton chasing him all the way down. Tutton and Lord, the high guys. Tutton and Gilray, the high guys. It's Hope and Lord are the low men. Oh, that's picked off by Austin Stotts. He scores. Vince was falling back, trying to cover the net, knocking the net out of position, but it just has to cross the line where the net was, and Austin Stotts, merciless with those fakes, and bangs home the power play goal. Picks it off right in front of the crease on the attempted outlet pass. Boy, that's one that the Lakers would like to have back. 9-6, 4:30 to go here in the second period. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Major Series Lacrosse Championship action.
Six Nations goal scored on the power play by number 43, Austin Stotts. That goal was unassisted.
Shots are 40-31 for Peterborough as they have possession off the face-off. Thornbert now hands it off to Matisse.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your 50-50 tickets, get ready.
Rezateris feeds it through. Hogarth all alone scores. Thomas Hogarth has been the most dangerous Laker all season long, and that is his fourth tonight. And pretty much all of them right on top of the crease. 3 of them on top of the crease. One was the underhand from outside. This is just a beautiful little pass. The perfect seal by Hogarth. The roll into the slot, and Reziteritz, nice feed. Hogarth does the rest. Here's Gilray, shovels it across to Tutton. Lakers will stop and set up. They lead 10-6. We're under 4 minutes to play in the second. So pleased that you're able to be with us. Again, sorry about the webcam, but kudos to Matt for honestly going and getting it. He actually went to got a friend to let him use it, went and picked it up as the game was getting going. Here's Turner Evans behind the back, just misses. So thanks to him for going and doing that, and for becoming our camera guy, holding the webcam and going back and forth. We will do everything we can to make sure we have the feed, because Stotts passing it through. It's tipped away. Nice shot by Ogilvy in the pickoff. Sees Jamieson coming for the check the other way, so he runs it out. Great play by Ogilvy. But yeah, we're going to do everything we can to make sure, because YourTV was nicely going to let us use the main camera feed from their broadcast, but something happened on the way to the computer. You can't get that camera. Reziteritz over to Matthews. Reziteritz hard drip, stopped by Jamieson. Forecheck by Vitarelli, but nice job by Stotts to avoid it. And then the sidearm rip of a pass up to Brendan Bomberry. Great outlet from Jerry Stotts. There are a lot of off-ball and post-play chops and hacks, and very physical game. And it's only game 2. Shoveled ahead by Tutton, picked up by Austin Hazen. He's going to slow things down. Gives it off and gets it immediately back from Reziteritz. Vitarelli's shot was affected by the defender and goes wide. Bell on the run. He's got Nungo Thompson with him. They'll both take a left turn as it goes up to Harris, and the offense gets set. Fennell. Jamieson gets underneath, Harris gets underneath, and the stop by Vince. Sweeting will run it out the far side. Oh, almost a collision there. Pace was taking the outlet pass. Matisse was coming off the bench thinking he would get it, but Pace caught it. Matisse avoided him, and they set up. There's the pass through to Reziteritz. And no, Marco, I do not mean an outdated iPhone. I mean a webcam. But thank you for your interest. I don't mean to sound curt, but we were here Matt was doing a lot of work trying to get this thing working, and there were just insurmountable issues. Tonight, won't be the case down the road, I'm sure. Shot by the save by Vince on the shot by Jamieson. Comes back out, Sam Leclerc gets possession. There's Jamieson once again with it. Scanlon tried to settle a pick. They actually come to the near side to Stotts. Still 18 on the shot clock after the reset. Lord knocked that one down, almost caught it, and then a chop to the back of Stotts' leg. These guys are going to have some bruises and some red lines all over them. And that's going to be a loose ball possession foul on the Lakers, which means a fresh 30 and the ball for Brendan Bomberry, who was pretty slow getting up after he was knocked to the turf. 52.5 seconds left in the period, so we'll see if the Chiefs go for the 2-for-1. They do. Oh, but they're going to get a goal, just like Matthews scored when Peterborough was taking a 2-for-1 shot in the first. Jamieson with the rip, buries it, and then pulls his shorts up to show the refs that he's got a line on the leg there. But what a bomb from Cody Jamieson, who started things off hot for the Chiefs, with 3 goals in the first 13 minutes of play. This is his first since then, but it's a big one to turn some momentum in Six Nations' favor. 45.3 to go in the second. It's 10-7 now. Thornbert and Harris with the extended battle. Thornbert comes out with it, gets it over to Pace, who doesn't want to pick it up till they're down to 30 seconds. I don't know if that's going to work out. Vince picks it up with about 34 to go. So they won't be able to pull the goalie and go for the extra attacker. Good pressure from Nungo Thompson, forcing the Lakers' hand. We stay 5-on-5 as Matisse comes near side to Turner Evans along these boards. Solver watching him. Now Vitarelli creeping over for the pick, and he's just been kind of grabbed by Jerry Stotts. Evans with the hard rip. Comes back out. And Jerry Stotts is just diving. He ripped the stick away, I think, from Vitarelli. Corey Vitarelli has been a wanted man for these Chiefs tonight. So Stotts had lost his stick, and then he just tackled Vitarelli, ripped his helmet off, and Stotts is one in the box. And unfortunately for Six Nations, that will result in a Lakers power play. He rips the helmet off, throws a punch to the back of the head, and we'll see if it's just one minor for Stotts. Yeah, it's just a minor for roughing. So the Lakers will have the 5-on-4. There's only 7 seconds left in the period, so they will obviously try to get a good shot off here. Go for the power play goal. Otherwise, they will have a minute 53 of man advantage left when we start the third period. Thanks for being with us here for MSL Finals action. Reza Terrace down to Hogarth. Turner Evans out. Here's Matthews, rips it. It's stopped out front, and that will end the period. Shot never got through, but it still remains Peterborough 10 as they have their fourth straight 5-goal period. And they are up 10-7 now over the Six Nations Chiefs. We've got 12 minutes of intermission, and then we'll be back for period number 3. I'm Stephen Stamp at the Peterborough Memorial Centre for MSL Finals action. Thanks for being with us on the MSL YouTube page.
Service, lower prices, Peterborough Appliances. Take a tour of the giant showroom, Peterborough Appliances, where you'll find lots of great brand names like Maytag, Jenner, and more. Come and bring your questions, come in and explore. Find the best in a huge selection at Peterborough Appliances. My advice is the lowest prices, Peterborough Appliances. Yeah.
North Star Windows.
Through Ralph Curtis Home Improvements.
North Star Windows come with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty.
All our windows are Energy Star rated and built to be reliable and durable. There's 8 different colors and many styles to choose from.
We got top-notch installers with years of experience. Not only are North Star windows and doors energy efficient, but they also add great value to the house. North Star windows and doors are available at Ralph Curtis Home Improvements.
Welcome back to the Cross Friends. We are ready for period number 3. We are live at the Peterborough Memorial Centre for Major Series Lacrosse action. I'm Steven Stamp, and this is game number 2. Lakers lead 1-0, and they lead 10-7 tonight as they've had 4 straight 5-goal periods after being shut out in game 1, in period 1 of the opener. Nice job, Matt, to jump up, because we still have people making their way back to their seats as the intermission ends. Apologies for the stream. It's not too bad, I took a peek, but it is not the feed that we were hoping for. Our friends at YourTV were giving us a camera feed, and we're very pleased, but there's a bit of a tech issue, so we are webcamming it for tonight. We are working already. We've already ordered something for the next game. In Peterborough, game 3 of this series will be in Six Nations on Sunday. Then game 4 is back here in Peterborough on Tuesday. If we need more games after that, they go Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday the following week. Here's Austin Stotts. Took a shot off. It is off Vince, so it will not be an over and back, and it'll be a fresh 30. Jay Thornbert's going to go down and put a little bit of pressure on Brendan Bomberry, who whips it ahead to Austin Stotts. He's watched by Gilray. Peterborough way out defensively. 40 seconds left in the Six Nations penalty. 18 on the shot clock, so that reset was critical to allow them to kill a whole bunch of the Jerry Stotts penalty that happened with just 7 seconds to go in the second period. Austin Stotts trying to fight through the double team. That's off the backside of the net, and Chad Tutton will pick it up. So Peterborough's got 22 on the power play. As Tutton leaves it there for Holden Katoni, they're down to 15 on the power play. They are going to have a go. Matthews rips it, saved by Doug Jamieson. Sorry, Hill started, but was replaced. After Jamieson started game 1, it was replaced by Hill. They have switched roles. That pass to Hogarth got away, tipped off the glass, came back to him, but he couldn't corral it. And Ty Logan hits Jamieson off the bench. He's got the man on the far side. Capito shoots, saved by Vince. Vince solid tonight, especially as the game has gone on for Peterborough. After a 5-5 first period, Six Nations only a couple of goals in that second. Austin Stotts tries to swim through. Ogilvie stays with him. That shot from the outside misses. We got 8 on the shot clock. Stotts has it. Oh, and that's going to be a penalty as Thornberg gets right up into the face of Austin Stotts, who goes down like a ton of bricks. Sorry, it's Paul Dawson getting up into the face. Dawson does not agree with the call. He feels that Stotts may have given him in a little easily to the contact, but you know, you make stick contact to the face, you're going to get that call. It is a high sticking call. 2 minutes for Paul Dawson, and Six Nations will have a power play to try to creep back, cut into this 3-goal Lakers advantage as we are 2.5 minutes into the third. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals action from the Peterborough Memorial Centre. Nice crowd here in Peterborough. Let's see here what it is. Oh, what a rip, and Cody Jamieson gets Vince dropping and sticks it in over the right shoulder. 5 goals for Cody Jamieson. He has been outstanding. A couple assists as well, so he's on 7 of the 8 Six Nations goals, and that is an absolute rocket to the far top corner. Thomas Hogarth has 5 for the Lakers. Turner Evans with a trio of assists as he has drawn back into the lineup after missing a bunch of games with injury. They're certainly happy to have him back. Turner Evans, I'll tell you, is the kind of guy that you may not notice a lot on the floor, but offenses just seem to work better when he is out there. Does a nice job in Rochester, and he has really played well and really helped out the offensive success of Peterborough over the years. He has the ball right now, running across the top. Nungo Thompson with him, but the pick from Katoni, there's the roll, catches it, gets the shot off. He gets dragged down. Here comes Leclerc.
Assist to number 21, Brendan Bomberry. That's Jameson from Bomberry.
Stotts makes sure the ball's sitting nicely in his pocket. Randy Stotts fighting through the check from Dawson, who came in, of course, after the power play goal was scored by Jamison. Fennell tries to fight through the check. Ogilvie on him. Boy, Mitch Ogilvie is really coming on, but what a shot by Vaughn Harris. And then you got Sweeting and Randy Stotts getting into it after the play. There is a lot of feistiness here, but that is 2 in a row for Six Nations as Harris just rips that one from dead at the top of the formation. And the Chiefs are back within 1. Nobody thought they were going to go away easily, did they? It is 10-9. Chiefs back within 1 of the Lakers. We are 3.5 minutes into this third period. Thanks everyone for being with us and for your patience. And thank you to Scott Hensley for thanking me for persevering despite the difficulties. My job's actually pretty easy. I just talk about the game, but Matt Latour has really done yeoman's work here. So I will pass the thanks on to him because he's the one who's really persevering. I'm happy I get to call the game. I'm happy you all get to see it. And it is quite a game. 10-9. Peterborough 4 minutes into the third of game 2 of this MSL Championship Series. Vitarelli across the top to Hazen. Rezateris looks like he wants to shoot. He does. Jamison swallows it up. And then Nungo Thompson just grabs Austin Hazen around the neck. Gives him a little chin wash. I'll tell you, they're letting him play a physical, feisty game. We'll see how that translates. Ball is on the floor. Nice work by Eric Fennell as Paul Dawson was trying to break out. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Vaughn Harris has it over to Fennell. He'll rip it. That one's wide. High pressure from Thornburn. They'll just drop it into the corner. Peterborough will get possession. Vince flips it up, and here comes Schul. Coney into the corner. Turner Evans up to Matthews, wearing those lime green brush gloves. He's solidly D'd up, but then gets away. Diving goal attempt is a score for Kyle Matisse. Goes crease dive and turns things back around as the Chiefs had the first 2 goals of the period. The Lakers have got one back. They extend their lead to 11-9, 5:02 into the third. Thornburton, Kaminga, and oh, that's a cross check to the head by Shane Simpson. And we'll see if anybody's got it as Chad Tutton was just felled by that chop. It was a nasty. I'm not sure if we had it on stream, but it was off to the left top of the screen, and Shane Simpson just hauled off and earholed Chad Tutton. No call. Boy, things are going to get pretty nasty because they're letting a lot go, and there's a lot of chopping and whacking away from and behind the play. A few players in particular for both teams really getting into it. That one's a hard shot off the crossbar by Tony. Bell has it. It's a 2-on-1 with Simpson. Defender racing off the bench, but Simpson gets it. The stop by Vince. Is it in? It's under him, outside the line. No goal. Hazen had raced back. He'll hand it off to Turner Evans, who comes into the offensive zone. Fresh 30 for the Lakers. Capito, the high defender. Evans around the dual screen. Underhand shot, but it got deflected and just rolled to Jamison, who hits Brendan Bomberry. That's Cody Jamison. Austin Stotts is the trailer, and Mitch Ogilvie picks him up immediately, so he's not open in a dangerous shooting area. Bomberry and Schul both lost their sticks. Bomberry got his back, and then Bomberry inadvertently kicks it away from Schul. I don't think that was intentional. He was just heading for the bench. Now there's a penalty coming. And that's going to be too many on Six Nations. As Capito had come out for a defensive change, the player who was coming to sub for him went back out when they picked up the ball. So they had 5 forwards, and Capito was on the floor back on the defensive side of the floor for Six Nations. So with 6:05 gone here in the third, it's 11-9 Lakers, and they will go to the man advantage. Cody Jamieson leading the way for Six Nations with 5 goals and 2 assists. Von Harris with a couple of goals, and then Brendan Bomberry and Austin Stotts the others. And Hogarth, who is down on the crease, has 5 for the Lakers. Holden Katoni has a couple. Here's Matthews, who has 1. Vitarelli has 1. That one, though, is stopped. Outlet pass doesn't get to Capito directly. Bounces to him on a couple, and they'll have to slow things down. Here's Jamieson. Tucking all over him, working him over. Randy Stotts with the big pick. Shoves him right out of the way. Here's Austin. The Austin Stotts shot was right into the belly protector of Matt Vince. Gilray finds Vitarelli off the bench. Hogarth throw it out. He's going to circle around. 1:15 left on the power play. Tony to Reziteris, and Matthews will get it at the top. Matthews sets a pick. Tony to Reziteris, shoots around and scores. Lots of picks, lots of screens happening by the Lakers, and Reziteris takes advantage. Didn't look like Jamieson ever saw that one, as it just finds its way. I believe that may have stuck in 5-hole. Jamieson was just trying to make himself big. But Joey Reziteris restores the 3-goal lead for the Lakers. Harrison Thornburg at the face-off. Thornburg's stick is just cranked around on it. Pops out. Sweeting tries to grab it. Nungo Thompson going for it. It's going to roll into the Peterborough end, and Kyle Matisse will be the first one there. Nungo Thompson applying some pressure. Matisse with the outlet pass. Gets it ahead to Mitch Ogilvie, who whips it all the way down to the floor to Turner Evans. Peterborough gets their offense set and rolling with about 20 to go on the shot clock. There's the cutter. Katoni's no good. He stepped in the crease. He's arguing, but it looked, Kyle Crumble was right in position, and it looked live to me like Katoni stepped in the crease before the ball went in. So good call there. Keeps it at 12-9. We've got 12:15 to go in the third. Jamieson tried to underhand shovel to Fennell. Makes a diving, to Austin Stotts. Amy and Lauren enjoy a little bump and some pleasantries as they head to their respective benches. Matthews waiting for the full complement of offense to get out there. The 5th one is Kyle Matisse at the top. Matthews still hanging on to it. Now Matisse takes it. Steps out, shoots. Oh, got Jamieson leaning the other way. Came back near side high, but missed it. One hand behind the back attempt. What a play by Hogarth, but stopped by Jamieson. He was really, I think, just trying to get the ball on net. Obviously, he'd love to score there, but I think he just wanted to try and get a reset, but Jamieson controlled the rebound. Six Nations is up in the offensive zone. Jamieson bounced it at Von Harris. Big pick by Sam Leclerc, and another one. Ogilvie fights through it. There's Dawson out on Leclerc. His shot is stopped by Vincent. Again, controlling the rebound, pouncing on the loose ball. Six Nations has a couple forwards out. They've already got the defenders on the floor. No transition chance for Peterborough. Both teams are a pretty reasonable job tonight of taking away transition opportunities. Mitch Ogilvie had a notable transition goal earlier. Hard shot by Katoni, stopped by Jamieson. Bounces straight to Matisse along the boards. And fresh 30 for the Lakers. Austin Hazen goes off. They're going to switch to lefty strong as Vitarelli will hand it off to Katoni. Evans was open underneath on the pick and roll, but the pass didn't quite connect. And Jamieson will make the pass to Nungo Thompson. Here's Austin Stotts. 10.5 to go in the third. Lakers by 3. Lead 1-0 in the series. The winner, of course, will play the winner of the Nanaimo Timbermen and Langley Thunder happening in the WLA right now. And I'll tell you, those are two good teams. That's a big pick, and they let him get away with it. And Vince bails out. And Peterborough can't believe there's no illegal pick call on that one, as the defender was flattened with a cross check to the back. Tutton and Scanlon getting into it on top of the crease. Stotts to Bomberry. Shovels it. Leclerc didn't see anything. Eventually just had to try whatever he could, and Vince had it all covered up. Ian Lord takes the outlet pass and hits Matthews. We're under the halfway point of the third period, And the fans in Peterborough are starting to taste a 2-game lead, but we have seen Six Nations battle back from deficits before. This one far from over. Matthews ducks under Leclerc. Penalty coming to Kellen Leclerc. And then an unsportsmanlike to Matthews as well, I believe. I think they're saying he sold that. I think we're going to have matching minors. Or is it just Matthews? All right, there is no penalty against Six Nations. Kellen Leclerc did definitely get tangled up with Matthews. They're saying Matthews embellished, and he will go and sit for 2 or less. And instead of it being a Peterborough power play as the fans and Lakers envision, it's a Six Nations man advantage. Entering right down below us, watching John Tavares talking to Sam Leclerc. Boy, John Tavares, obviously one of the all-time greats. Just sharing knowledge. He's always teaching, always looking for the teachable moment. Stocks down to Jameson. Strong right for Six Nations. Bomberry's on the offside. Jameson over to Randy Stotts. Shoots, stopped by Vince. Almost grabbed by Von Harris, but actually goes out to Stotts. That shot's not in. It looked like the mesh was moving, but it was just the net being banged. Another shot. That one's stopped by Vince. May have been going wide. Tutton trying to grab it. Does get it now. He and Lord were back there. Long outlet pass to Gilray. Breakaway chance. Fumbles it but catches it. Probably had to rush the shot a little bit. Wasn't the one he wanted. Tutton lays a hit on Harris, but Jameson backdoor to Stotts. He missed. Hope will pull up. He started to chase that loose ball. Realized he wouldn't get there. Wisely waits. He's at the top with Sweeting. A goal from Cody Jameson. Another one. 6 goals, 2 assists for Jammer time. And what a game he is having. Jameson has been the vast majority of this Six Nations offense tonight. And he's got them back within 2 goals. It's 12-10. There's 8:39 to go here in the third period. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is MSL Finals Action, Game 2 from the Peterborough Memorial Centre. Remember, you can watch Game 3 and all the games in Six Nations. If you're in the local area, the Brantford-Rogers region, you can watch it on their cable, or they are streamed on the Brantford page. Brantford-Rogers page has the stream, so you can watch it from anywhere. And we'll be back here for Game 4. Game 3 is Sunday, Game 4 next Tuesday. Sunday's at 7, and then Tuesday we'll be back at 8 o'clock. There's Fennell stepping around the defender, shooting, and it didn't get out of play. It went off Vince. Thought it was going to go up into the mesh, but it went up very high and straight up. Dropped back down. Lakers grab it, and they have possession and a 2-goal lead with under 8 to play here in the third. Turner Evans to Hogarth. He caught it. Drops to the turf as he's checked by Nungo Thompson. Didn't get the shot on net. The pass to Cody Jameson is thrown away. He will kind of heave a big sigh, and Matt Gilray is going to wait. He's not going to pick that up till he has to. The clock ticking is good for Peterborough, so he was in no rush. He would have been happy to let the whole 30 for Six Nations count down. Here's Matthews, watched by Capito. They switch as Vidarelli came to set the pick. Matisse, watched by Kellen Leclerc, gets it through. Hogarth has the stick down low. Tyson Bell, was already a double team, then Bell chopped down and knocked the ball free, causes the turnover, and Shane Simpson picks it up. 7 minutes to go, 12-10 Peterborough. Stotts going to the far side. Jay Thornbert literally pushed Chad Tutton over to check Eric Fennell. Sometimes you just got to give a little shove to your fellow defenders. Help them get over to their position. Thornbert grabs that loose ball. Looking up at the floor, he'll go eventually. No, he's not going to Holden Catoni. Catoni will get it via Joe Resiteris. Now he hits Turner Evans. Strong left. Resiteris watched by Thompson. It's a pick from Hogarth. Nothing really materializing. They've got 8 on the shot clock. Evans' underhand shot. It will be a reset. It went off of Jamieson, so it's a fresh 30. The Lakers didn't create a whole lot on that one, but now they have a new possession. Rezaterets and Hogarth trying it again. Rezaterets goes to the net. Crease dive. He is stopped. They say it didn't touch the net. He shot it wide, so the Lakers get it back, but now they only have 12 on the shot clock. Turner Evans, watched by Brendan Bomber out there for defensive fifth. That's not a problem. He's played plenty of D. He's good at it. Hogarth watched by Logan. The shot kind of handcuffed Doug Jamieson a bit, but he was able to just let it trickle off his leg off to his defensive teammate. Here comes Six Nations. Stotts with it. Pace takes away the underneath. Sweeting comes for the double team help. Big pick from Fennell. They try to hit Leclerc. It doesn't connect, but Stotts is there as a backup to pick it up. Leclerc has it again. He'll run across the top. All kinds of picks. And Austin Stotts was absolutely knocked to the floor. And he is chopping and digging and trying to find his way to get the loose ball. Throws a punch at Bryce Sweeting and takes a cross check in the lower back in return. And they're just going to say, move along. Stotts is maybe standing on the floor. He's walking to the bench. I think he might be trying to. No, he might be. He's a tricky one. Now he's getting to the bench. Simpson goes out. Just as he's getting there and Simpson comes out, the shot from the Lakers. Six Nations gets possession and goes the other way. Jamieson, the one-man wrecking crew tonight, hands it off to Randy Stotts. Over to Von Harris. Fennell gives it to Jamieson. He comes across the top, looking for the shot, not there, hands it off to Stotts. Gets away from him, goes off the glass, not the mesh. Harris's shot is blocked. Penalty coming. Looks like Randy Stotts checking in the crease. So Peterborough has Vince going to the bench. They'll go 6-on-5. And they've got about 4 of them together, running the hidden ball trick. And then Tony just tosses it over to Matthews. Vitarelli is on top of the crease. Some abuse there from Sulver. Behind the back, Hogarth was on the crease. His shot goes wide. Lakers have it still. Rezaterets shoots. That one stopped. It's grabbed there by Sulver. And the penalty will be assessed. It's going to be illegal cross check to Stotts. He doesn't put up an argument, just immediately steps into the box from the bench. It's only about 2 steps from the visitors' bench to the visitors' penalty box here. It's actually that's the home bench for hockey. So they have that advantage where a player gets out of the box and you just go in, but that's just where the Pete's locker room is. So the Lakers have theirs on the far side, so they like to use that far bench. Power play, Peterborough with 4:03 to go here in the third. I'm Steven Stamp. It's MSL Finals action.
This Laker power play is
Matthews at the top as they go strong left. It's Capito and Simpson high.
Six Nations penalty.
Liam Leclerc and Ty Logan down low for the penalty kill.
2 minutes for checking in the crease.
Capone behind the back. Matthews has a lane, shoots, misses, but it comes back. Oh, Rezaterets almost got that one under the leg of Jamieson. He just got the shin pad on it. Cody Jamieson into the offensive zone. 6 goals and 2 assists for Cody Jamieson tonight. He's on 8 of the 10 Six Nations markers. That's Brendan Bomberry reaching up to draw that one down. Dawson comes for the slide help. Double team with Schul and Dawson. Got to be careful not to take a penalty here. And the ball's loose. And the 30 will expire. Nice job by Bomberry to kill a whole bunch of time. Catoni has it for the Lakers. Still a minute on the power play. And 3 minutes right now in the third period. Lakers lead by 2. They want to lead the series by 2. Rezaterets bangs it off the far post. Nobody there for Peterborough. Tyson Bell takes a look, sees there's nobody around, so he's able to grab it, runs up and leaves it there for Austin Stotts. Jamieson with him. Chad Tutton way up by the restraining line, checking him. Runs in. There's Thornbert. Now the third one, triple team on Stotts. They still can't get the ball, and they've taken a penalty. The Lakers Stotts still has it. They knock the stick away, and then the stick goes into the crease, and play will be blown down. What an effort from Austin Stotts. Man, he's been doing stuff like this in MSL playoffs since he was 18 in a call-up for the Chiefs back in 2016. Just fights through. It's going to be a slashing call. And that will negate the final 26 seconds of the Lakers power play. And then the Chiefs will be on the man advantage for up to a minute 34. We're 4-on-4 now. Sulver out there for the offensive shift late in the game. Here's Jamison over to Sulver. The Texas mate can do it. He takes a rip, but that one's blocked. We've seen him have success on the offensive zone. That time it didn't quite work out. Randy Stotts will be released in 3, 2, 1. He is out. Steps to the bench. Defender comes out the other end. Going to go Thompson. And the Lakers will go into penalty kill mode with 13 left on their shot clock. Matisse takes the pass at the top. Back to Turner Evans. Hogarth got a shot. They go back to Hogarth. It actually skips him, goes to Matthews. He'll go the one-hander. It hits Jamison, but he just stops it in his crease, and Six Nations takes over. .130 to go in the third period. 1 minute on the power play for Six Nations. Randy Stotts up to Harris. Austin Stotts is their lefty strong. It's tipped. Stotts trying to get it. Von Harris does eventually. Ogilvy's up there pressuring. Oh, what a rip, Austin Stotts. They get the ball moving, they have Vince moving, and then Stotts takes the pass from Jamison and tucks it just inside the post and crossbar. Perfect placement. Jamison just a quick catch and an immediate flip over to Stotts, who had the defender racing out at him. But you can't cover everybody when you're shorthanded. And it's a one-goal game with 1:16 to play. 12-11 Peterborough. The shots are 60-52 for Peterborough. What a critical face-off this one is. It's pulled out. Gilray grabs it and whips a pass across to Thornburg. Gets away. The one-hand reach and catch by Tutton, and then Peterborough's going to throw it away. Sweeney was trying to connect with Matisse, and the Chiefs have it with 1 minute to play. They're going to take their timeout now. John Tavares wants to set something up. We'll see if they bring Doug Jamison to the bench and go 6-on-5. One would expect they will. Remember, game one was 3-0 for Six Nations after the first period, and then Peterborough with back-to-back 5-goal periods, while allowing only 3 for Six Nations. The Lakers won 10-6 in that one. Doug Bucking between the pipes. Matt Vince is in tonight. He is leading, but the barrister margins. Tonight it was 5-5 through the first period. Then the Lakers were their 4th straight 5-goal period in this series and only allowed 2, so they were up 10-7 after the second period. Here in the third, it's been 4-2 for Six Nations, largely on the strength of Cody Jamison. But Austin Stotts had the last one to make it a 1-goal game. Both of those goals, Cody Jamison with 8:39 to go, and then Stotts 7 minutes later with 1:16 left, both on the power play. Now they are 6-on-5 again with an extra man out there. Stotts is at the top. Von Harris back to Austin Stotts. There's Jamison.
Assistant number 88, Cody Jamison.
15 on the shot clock, lots of time. There's Randy Stotts. Shoots it and misses wide. Jamison will take it off the backboards. 8 to shoot.
18-44.
Pass across. And a goal by Randy Stotts. Chad Tutton had lost his stick defensively. The Lakers were trying to, I think, rotate around to mitigate that problem. But Randy Stotts, a beautiful bounce shot to the far side, puts it just inside the post, and we are tied up at 12 with 36.2 seconds to play. So if we do go to overtime, there will be a full 10-minute period. And then if it's tied after that, we'd go to sudden death. Big face-off here. Harris, Thornbert. Thornbert looks up, sees where he wants to go with this. He's got to control the ball, though. Tries to pull it out. Harris pulls it back between his legs. Tyson Bell can't get it. Now he has it. Six Nations used their timeout. Bell will shoot. It's wide. It may have been off the post. Bell is flattened by Tutton. And I don't think you're getting that penalty at this point. But with 18.1 to go now Tutton and Bell have words for each other. It has been a battle all night long between these two teams. A lot being allowed to happen. Bell doesn't like it. He's been on the other side of a few of those in his day. But Tutton absolutely leveled him. Lakers get possession, get a timeout, and with 18.1 to go, we'll see. Vince is at the bench, of course. Tracy Koluskin, Lakers offensive coach, meeting with his O guys. There are only 4 of them on the floor. Vittorelli, Matisse, Catoni, and Hogarth. Now Matthews comes out to join them, and now Joe Reseteris will come out. Vince will stay at the bench. We'll have 6 on 5 for Peterborough. Cody Jamieson down talking to Doug Jamieson and to their defense. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's get this to overtime. Peterborough's fans are obviously hoping that will not happen. Chief defenders, Joey Capito, Jerry Scott, Liam Leclerc, Kellen Leclerc, and Ty Logan. So a young group out there. Young fellas being entrusted with this critical possession. Yeah, Peterborough's going to take their time. They won't go until there's about 8 seconds left. Maybe even a bit less. There's 8. 6, and they start. Double seal. Tony. Great D by Capito on him. Knocks the ball loose. And the third period will expire without the Lakers getting anywhere near being able to have a shot. Great defensive effort there by Joey Capito. And we will take an intermission. And then we will play 10 full minutes of overtime. And again, if it's tied after that, then we'll go live. The intermission will be, I just have to double check. I'm not 100% sure how long this intermission is. We should put it up and get it running soon. But we are tied 12-12 in game 2 of the MSL Championship Series. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us on the MSL YouTube page. For folks who are not able to watch it in the YourTV catchment area, 10 minutes, so we'll be back with overtime from the Memorial Centre after a break.
your home with North Star Windows.
Through Alf Curtis Home Improvements.
North Star Windows come with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty.
All our windows are Energy Star rated and built to be reliable and durable. There's 8 different colors and many styles to choose from.
We got top-notch installers with years of experience. Not only are North Star windows and doors energy efficient, but they also add great value to the house. North Star windows and doors are available at Alf Curtis Home Improvements.
Better service, lower prices, Peterborough Appliances. Take a tour of the giant showroom, Peterborough Appliances, where you'll find lots of great brand names like Maytag, Jenner, and more. Come and bring your questions, come in and explore. Find the best in a huge selection at Peterborough Appliances. My advice is the lowest prices, Peterborough Appliances. Yeah.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We are heading for overtime here at the Peterborough Memorial Centre in Game 2 of the Major Series Lacrosse Championship Final. To our left, wearing their white with the teal and orange, and Doug Jamieson between the pipes. Those are the Six Nations Chiefs you see getting to their bench right below us, and heading to the bench on the far side are the Peterborough Lakers, including their goaltender Matt Vince. Give himself a little drink and a spray in the face. We will get underway with Von Harris and Jay Thornburg, the dueling 28s at the face-off dot. 12-12 is the score. Cody Jamieson, the man for Six Nations, with 6 goals and 4 assists. Von Harris and Austin Stotts each with 2 goals and 2 assists. Randy Stotts has just 1 goal, but it was critical. It was the late one that tied the game and forced overtime. Thomas Hogarth has 5 goals for the Lakers. Holden Catoni 2 and 2. Mark Matthews a goal and 3 assists. And we're underway. Peterborough with the first possession. Remember, we're playing the full 10 minutes. It is not a sudden death. I know it was announced before the season, but there were some bumps along the road, and we were playing 10 minutes of overtime. After that, if it's tied, we go to another period, and that is sudden death. There's a shot by Turner Evans. Doug Jamieson gets it in the stick between his feet and slowly topples to make sure he doesn't lose control of the ball. And Six Nations has their first possession of the extra frame. There is the guy who tied it up, Randy Stotts, down low to Sam Leclerc. They're going to try and find, no, he's going to shoot. I thought they were going to Cody Jamieson. That shot was blocked out front. Eric Schul tries to grab it. It gets away from him and zips up into the mesh. And that'll be a fresh 30 for Six Nations. Big pick by Leclerc, but not too big. He gets the ball, but he isn't able to catch it. Steps in the crease, and it'll be Peterborough possession. Schul with the outlet pass. That's a perfectly placed ball up to Mark Matthews. And the Lakers on offense. Back to Matthews. Resiteris, the 5th forward, coming in. They got 18 to shoot. He rips one. That's going to be an over and back. Austin Hazen isn't going to be able to get there, but he'll watch Tyson Bell make sure that Bell was not able to get a breakaway chance. Here's Cody Jamieson with it. Jamieson to Stotts. Over to Von Harris. He's watched by Tutton. A little spinning pick by Stotts and the shot over the top of it, but Vince stops that. Thornburg gets possession. Comes away with the ball, takes a whack from Fennell. Can't get the ball away from him. And Turner Evans immediately back to Holden Catoni. Evans is his first night back in the lineup after missing several games. He hasn't played in the playoffs until tonight, but he has returned. 3 assists so far. Here's Jamieson. He's been the dangerous one, as has Austin Stotts with him. Nice defensive play, and Jamieson's shot can't get on target. Eric Schul running it over center. Fakes the pass to Resiteris, who looked mildly offended they didn't get the ball. He will get it now from Austin Hazen. That pass gets away. It's going to be an over and back. Catoni jumps to the bench so Matisse can get out and take away the opportunity for Shane Simpson to run with it. So Six Nations will set up on offense for 2.5 minutes into the overtime. No scoring yet. Leclerc hands off to Austin Stotts. Gets a lane, trying to drive by Hope. Hope's going to try and pick it up. He goes all the way across to Tutton on the far side. He's going to chug up near center and hand it off to Turner Evans as one of the other Laker defenders got to the bench to allow him to sub. Hogarth with the catch, immediately checked by Liam Leclerc. He's actually right on him as he caught it. Matisse trying to fight his way through. He's stripped there by Nungo Thompson. Just a couple seconds left for the Lakers on their 30. Alex Pace will just flip it down into the Chiefs defensive zone just past the restraining line, just so the Lakers can get the defenders out. Big collision between Charlie Scanlon and Bryce Sweeting, who are all over each other. Paul Dawson steps in. That shot's in! It's a goal. It goes off the crossbar or the post, off the back of Vince and into the net. Just a rip from the outside. Randy Stotts is fired up about getting that one, but he just lets it fly from right at the top on his offside again, off the post, off the back of Vince. Actually, it hits his arm as he's trying to turn. So it's off the post and then the arm of Vince, and the Chiefs have the lead. It's been a while. Chiefs led 1-0. They had a 3-2 lead and a 4-3 lead. They were up actually 5-3. The Lakers came back and scored a bunch in a row, and this is their first lead since then. So the Peterborough fans who are bemoaning, who may have been bemoaning the 10-minute overtime period instead of sudden death, are pretty happy right now that they're still playing. Resiteris down to Matisse, shoots near side, stopped. He's trying to get the rebound. He will not, but he's shoved into the boards by Tyson Bell, and that'll be a loose ball push and possession for Peterborough. Shane Simpson looks to the sky. He's unhappy with that call, but I thought it was fairly obvious. Tony to Hazen. Nobody likes to get called and give up possession. Vitarelli down low to Turner Evans. Catoni and Vitarelli with the snowplow pick between them created a chance for Vitarelli, but he was stopped. He is battling for that loose ball. Capito comes away with it. Bounce pass along the boards. Jerry Stotts makes the pass ahead, and here's Jamison. 5:32 to go in the overtime. 13-12. Chiefs ahead. Shot towards the far side by Austin Stotts. Off of Vince, gets up out of play. And a fresh 30. Remember, it was 12-9 for Peterborough at one point. So it's 4 straight goals for the Chiefs. Lakers need to turn something around here pretty quickly if they're going to get back in this one. But right now, the Chiefs enjoying the momentum, and Stotts trying to add to the lead, but stopped by Vince. Ogilvy picks it up. Matthews will be the first guy off the bench, but he's picked up by Bomberry immediately. Bomberry playing a lot of defense as this game has gone along. Resiteris with a little flip back behind him, and Turner Evans through Catoni back to Resiteris. 12 on the shot clock. Resiteris gets one on net. Hogarth trying to fight for the loose ball, but nice job by Kellen LeClaire, and then a little behind the back to his brother Liam. Here's Jamison. 4.5 to go in the overtime. Scanlon just stayed out of the crease under some defensive pressure. And here's a chance driving the net. That one stopped by Vincent. A crease violation by Sam LeClaire. Tutton pushes it up to center, steps over and hands it off to Austin Hazen. Lakers get their O out. They've got still 4 minutes, lots of time to try and even things up. Vitarelli pulls it down. Capito on him. Jerry Capito having a strong game. They get it across to Hogarth. He can't catch it. He's just shoved out of the way. Jerry Stotts winning that physical battle. Here's Randy Stotts taking the pass from his brother. Austin hits over to Von Harris. 15 on the shot clock as Jamison had a little trouble with it. Nice job to recover that one. And we'll whip it down in the corner to Eric Fennell. It's an aggressive pick by Austin Stotts. The shot is turned aside by Vince. And there's going to be a loose ball foul called on the Lakers. And possession handed to the Chiefs. We'll start with it in the stick of Austin Stotts along the near boards over to Jamison. Chiefs not in a big rush. They're not going to completely stop trying to score here, but they're happy to, at this point, to let the clock tick away. Jamison. Ogilvy just avoids the hold, although I'm not sure what it would take to get a holding call at this point. 6 on the shot clock. Sam LeClaire rips one, stopped by Vince. No Chiefs around. They were getting their defenders out. 2:50 to go in overtime. 13-12. The Chiefs lead. Here's Matthews. Such a big difference whether it's 1-1 after this game or the Lakers have a 2-0 lead in the series. And when it was 12-9, it was looking pretty good for him. There's a save by Jamison on the shot by Catoni, and here's Nongo Thompson. He will slow things down. He's right down to 2:26 to go. Cody Jamison has it. Over to Bomberry. Stotts, watched by Tutton. Big pick from Bomberry, who took the worst of it. That shot doesn't connect. It's a physical game. The intensity ramping up. Here's Vittorelli. He's got a couple Lakers with him. Spins and shoots, misses, comes back. He's going to try and grab it. He's flattened, and that'll be a loose ball foul. No penalty, just possession. And with 1:54 to go in the overtime, the Lakers will have it. Mark Matthews, I think you wanted a delay of game. There's no way you're getting that right there. The ball just kind of rolled. I don't think Peter was rolling it away from him. Here's Matthews driving the net, dives, stopped by Jamieson. 4-person battle, 5-person battle for it, and it's Jerry Stotts coming away with the ball. He'll run over center. He's got Cody Jamieson with him. Gives it to him, sets a big pick. He'll head to the bench, Jerry Stotts that is, and Randy Stotts will take the ball. 1:30 left in overtime. Shots 66-59 in favor of the Lakers, but the scoreboard 13-12 in favor of the Chiefs. Here's Jamieson, feeds it through. It was picked off. Alex Pace is on the run. He's got Turner Evans coming off the bench. The trail man is Reza Territz. He took the pass. Tyson Bell coming after him. He doesn't know he's there, but got it away just in time. Turner Evans in the corner. Tony quickly to Reza Territz. Shoot saved by Jamieson. Boy, he has come on and helped turn the tide for this Chiefs team. Here's Cody Jamieson, final minute. 45 seconds on the game, 18 now on the shot clock. Each team does get an overtime timeout, so if the Lakers can get the ball, and that's going to be an illegal pick as Chad Tutton was separated from his helmet. He'll just grab it and run to the bench. Lakers will take their timeout. They were agitated about something. 28.2 seconds to play in the overtime period, 23 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Hope is over to have a discussion about what was going on there. Nope, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're not waiting for a last shot. I don't think here. It doesn't matter if you give up an empty net goal. Give up an empty net goal. See if it's all the young guns again on defense for Six Nations. It looks like it is. We see Kellen LeClaire. Well, Joey Capito's a veteran. He's out in the discussion. Tyson Bell. No, they got some vets. Nungo Thompson and Ty Logan. Nope, Shane Simpson heading out. They've actually got 7 guys out on the floor, and they're all walking out to play defense. Some of them have to stop and go back. It'll be Simpson and Kellen LeClaire going back. So it's Logan, Thompson, Liam LeClaire, Tyson Bell, Joey Capito. For the Lakers, they've got lefties Vittorelli, Catoni, and Matthews. Matisse will start with the ball at the top with Reza Territz on the shooter spot and Thomas Hogarth down on the crease. 28.2 seconds to go, 23 on the shot clock. Hogarth has it. Seal from Reza Territz. There's Matisse. Vittorelli shoots. He misses. Matisse is going to go after it, but Tyson Bell gets it. Chad Tutton going back to play net. Cody Jamieson trying to fight away. 10 seconds. He's stripped. He tries to get back. Jamieson gets it back. Cody Jamieson gets the possession that will wrap things up in game 2. A 13-12 overtime come from behind win for the Six Nations Chiefs. It was a thriller, not pleasing to the 3,000 plus fans here in the Memorial Centre, but what a comeback for the Six Nations Chiefs. They went 13-12, tied with the last 4 goals of the game. Randy Stotts scored the goal to tie it with 36 seconds to play and force overtime, and then he scored the only goal in the overtime period. I'm Stephen Stamp. Thanks for being with us here at the Peterborough Memorial Centre for Game 2 of the MSL Finals. Remember, Game 3 is in Six Nations Sunday at 7 p.m. You can watch that one on Rogers Cable if you're in the region, or streaming on Rogers.com. I think it's RogersTV.com actually, at 7 p.m. And we will be back here at the Memorial Centre for Game 4, Tuesday, August 23rd at 8 p.m. And the following Friday in Six Nations for Game 5. We know that. There could be more. Thanks for being with us. I'm Stephen Stamp on behalf of Matt Latour and everyone here at the broadcast. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for your patience. We will see you next time.